injured here. 2v2 Calderis Refinery blue team. It's Dark Riku as an Apothecary support commander that fights melee by default, has a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside Lux is a Chaos Sorcerer offensive and destructive commander that fights melee, has a bunch of offensive and control spells. Red team Fear is a Revenant Alpha, awesome mobility, can build tunnels for all of its allies to use, fights ranged combat, good offense as well, can get some melee weapons too. And PhatE is a Mekboy, teleporting commander that fights ranged combat, nice damage, can also disrupt, support, build structures and repair, but he's not very tough. Red team will have some awesome mobility then, Revenant Alpha tunnels and a teleporting mech. Lots of heavy armor on the blue team. Maybe some Storm Boys from PhatE. He has double shooters, double termagants for Fear into some Spore Mines, Dark Riku with the Tactical Marines, and Lux with Chaos Space Marines. Heavy ranged infantry in cover here, a bit more offensive than Tactical Marines, especially in tier 2. Mekboy is going to tie them up, is he? No, just going to shoot them at point blank range. There, now he goes, tie them up. 499, 491. Lux, hugely outnumbered here, double termagants over here. Spore Mines are going to catch those Tactical Marines, but do not detonate. There we go. Basically floating grenades that suppress and damage nearby units, allied and enemy. They detonate twice but cannot take down a Tactical Marine. And there is the Apothecary heal. 473, 491. Flamer on the way for those Tactical Marines. Most likely going straight into Assault Marines. That Flamer was cancelled. No sign of any other unit for Lux. Not sure why. He could pretty much afford anything in tier 1 right now. 454, 491. Chaos Sorcerer forced off by Sluggers. Light melee unit for Orks. Really scale well into tier 2. Can be quite vulnerable in tier 1 though, especially without the burners, which gives them a health upgrade. Loads of Hormcourts taken out by the Apothecary there. He's going to go and smack on this tunnel. Tactical Marines get away with 2 models in a fight with these Hormagaunts. So they did their job, taking down 1 Tactical Marine. Is worth losing 4 Hormagaunts definitely. 433, 491. Doom bolts on those shooters who have decapped and are now trying to cap the power, but they cannot do it. Finally, Raptors on the field for Lux, jump troops that suppress when they land, bolt pistols and chainswords, and we have assault squad as well. These guys disrupt when they land. They also have more hit points than Raptors, 400 per model. Raptors have 350 per model. Jumping on the mech, has the death button up, forced off there. Finally Lux can get out of his base. Red team very annoyingly noded this power, so he has to chop it down. Taking the VP back. Dark Riku continuing to push the west side up against Barbed Strangle Warriors, and they are going to be countered by these Assault Marines right now. Should always wait before you upgrade your warriors to Barbed Stranglers, especially if you're facing a Space Marine player who might get Assault Marines. It's going to be very difficult to make these guys work now. He's going to need to manage his Termagant Crippling Poison very well with these Toxin Sacks. 405, 489. Finally the Raptors can cap that VP, that PowerPoint Ethan. Shooter Boys with a Knob Leader. Makes them a detect unit, gives them more DPS, better durability. These guys with a big shooter allows them to suppress with aiming what's that, but doesn't help them survive like the Knob Leader does. Heretics in their default state, 8-man melee squad, very fragile but still quite dangerous with their Doom Blast if used in moderation. Chaos Space Marines pushing up under suppression. Chaos Sorcerer trying to tie up this Mekboy. Raptors forcing off one shooter squad, and the other shooter squad was trying to melee the Chaos Sorcerer, I think. Losing, wow, 3 models in retreat to those Raptors. Good chunk of XP for them. Heretics now moving up, being quite defensive with his heretics so far, using Tzeentch worship. 405, 437, Mekboy teleports mid to cap. Double termagants, both with toxin sacks now. Warrior Brood backing off for some reason. Here comes Dark Riku, that's why. Scout squad in their default state, with bolters, light range squad, nice mobility, very quick on their feet. Really going to need to use this Cryptic Poison well to control these assault marines. Dark Riku though sees the sluggers coming and backs off. Lux has pushed up, Heretics decapping stuff, Raptors decapping stuff, and the Chaos Sorcerer all the way up here decapping stuff. He has Vestments of the Warp, allows him to teleport, all kicking off down here now. Assault Marines crippled and then suppressed by the Barbed Strangler. Barbed Strangler is an awesome weapon, don't get me wrong. Instant area of effect suppression and decent damage as well to infantry. Apothecary very nearly level 2. Raven Alpha nowhere near level 2. Mekboy trying to suppress with that death gun. Going to be countered by the Raptors though, as long as they have energy to jump, that is. Devastator is now on the field for Dark Riku. This is a really bad news for Fear. He has no way to deal with suppression. He could try and get the hardened carapace for the Raven Alpha and burrow in. There's a heal for the Assault Marines. And Dark Riku goes tier 2 first. Fear could go right now and should go right now. 364, 429, 1-to-1 cap. Chaos Sorcerer being very annoying and capping their natural victory point there. Sluggers are mid, what are they doing? Coming over to support the east side. Both teams swapping their natural victory points, it looks like. Mekboy instantly forcing off those heretics. Everyone gone tier 2. Dark Riku most likely a librarian to further support the Assault Marines. Raptors jumping after the Mekboy. He might go down here. Heretics catching him in retreat. No, suppressed by the shooters. Nicely done, saving his Mekboy. PhatE. Sorcerer capping mid. Apothecary goes down. Looks like Formagants were responsible with their adrenal glands. We need to run away now though, being suppressed by these Devastators just trying to get out of the firing up there. Assault Marines jumping again. Trying to kill some Warrior Brood models to get a synaptic shot. Need to be careful, and they do eventually flee without losing a model, holding up that Tyranid blob for the Tactical Marines to flame down some generators. And here's the Devastator coming into play again, and there is Infestation to disrupt them, which it will not do in the next update, since it was mainly used to disrupt setup teams, which was pretty annoying to deal with for other players. So in the next update it will no longer knock stuff down. 360, 381, triple cap. Look at that flamer on those termagants, good grief. Raven Alpha backing off. Surely he'll be getting his Corrosive Devourer in tier 2. Blue team putting red team under huge amounts of pressure here with the triple cap Blood Crusher on the field for Lux. PhatE has some stick bombers.
Support structure.
Blood Crusher is a demon with vehicle armor, so benefits greatly from Chaos Worship. Good damage to all targets and good mobility, but it is quite vulnerable, just 600 hit points. And for a vehicle that has to get into melee, it can go down quite quickly. Beamy Death Gun up on the mech. Let's see how much damage this thing does. Boom! About a quarter of its health gone in one shot. Here are the stick bombers. They are actually an artillery unit that chuck grenades, though they do fight melee. Blood Crusher just lost tons of hit points from that beamy, 2 shots. But the Raptors come in to support and force off the stick bombers. Blood Crusher might have contemplated going into base, but here comes Fear to support. Raptors get away without a loss. He does have a Venom Brood with ranged Synapse. I think he's going to want to upgrade this Warrior Brood to Adrenal Glands now, because Assault Squad are just going to jump in and either go after the Barb Strangler or go after the Venom Brood. Blood Crusher getting backed into a corner here. Chaos Sorcerer is down incidentally. Blood Crusher taking huge chunks of damage from this Venom Brood. A really nice anti-vehicle unit, and their ranged synapse buffs ranged Tyranids such as these Termagants. And down goes the Blood Crusher. Did not last long, did it? Would really like to see Blood Crushers get a small price decrease. It's quite difficult to get them on the field early enough to cause problems like they did ages and ages ago when they were cheaper. 360, 245. And that gen farm is completely wiped. Could turn around and wipe this one as well. Chaos Sorcerer back to his feet, as is the Apothecary. He has the Anointed Power Axe. This thing is getting a damage buff in the next patch. Will now do 10 more damage per swing. I'm not sure what DPS that translates into, but those sluggers were wiped. Assault Squad forced off. Also has combat stims and purification rights. 360, 216. Formagants. Friendly fire from the Weird Boy there, I think. Apothecary is forced off eventually. He's level 3, doing quite well. Mech caps this power again. That is so annoying. Can they node it? Doubling this east side. There's another infestation tower. 360, 202. Two-ton cap for blue. Lux asking for Terminators. Dark Riku just getting to tier 3 now. .360, 198. Stick bombs chucking in the sticks. There is Warp Vomit as well. Devastator's forced off. Tactical Marine with their flamers continuing to do reasonably well. Gonna get a buff in the next patch, a range increase, and they will also suppress. So that'll be very interesting to see how that works out. 355, 198. Marco Tzeentch, Chaos Space Marines with a turn of war. These guys putting out some serious range DPS, but they are up against a ranged Tyranid blob here, and this is a very, very nasty ranged Tyranid blob. We have double Termagants with Toxin Sacs, ranged Synapse, the Synapse Aura, and is that double Ravener Brood? I think it is. Look at the DPS on the Apothecary. So Assault Marines jumping in. There is a Dark Flames. Good grief. Merciless Strike didn't hit a whole lot. Fear is forced off though. Needs to be careful. The Tyranid range blob is very, very vulnerable to good area of effect. Artillery units can usually outrange them as well. Plasma cannons and such. Lux now only has Chaos Space Marines and Raptors. There's an infestation tower again. Knocks the scouts off of that cap, and here come Terminators, Storm Bolters and Power Fists, inspiring nearby allies to do more damage at each kill. Cannot retreat. Do have a teleport though. Super heavy infantry cannot be suppressed either. We'll be able to stand there and soak damage from this Tyranid blob, perhaps get some kills as well and inspire stuff. 293, 198. East side being taken back. It's a triple cap for red. We have triple caps both sides now. Red team hitting this power. How many gens have they taken down? Sticks going in. Blue team under pressure, seriously under pressure. Lux, what is he doing? Saving for a Great Unclean One, I think. 200 power for the Great Unclean One now. 255, 198. Here is that range blob. Assault Marine jumping in, disrupt the entire thing, and here comes that Tactical Marine Flamer. You might see the heavy flamer from the Terminators. They can teleport in and cleanse and flame that blob, because Fear is not splitting his forces at all, but wipes the Assault Squad. What's going on there? Here come Raptors. They have their Aspiring Champion and they're jumping in, suppressing a big blob there with their Lightning Claw. But look at the damage again. Good grief. 228, 198, 2-ton cap for red team. You need a plasma cannon or something, Lux. Great Unclean One is on the way. And looks like from the looks of the chat he's going to get a Blastmaster when he can afford one. 217, 198 is close. Red team very much in the ascendancy, and Flash Gits now on the field for PhatE in case they didn't have enough range DPS to deal with. We now have Flash Gits with Git Finders on the way, increasing their range. That was Dark Flames, I think. Fear just completely tanking all of this stuff. Maybe he will want to get a Zone Throat now to give this blob some health regen. Generators going down so quickly. Look at that damage. 195, 198, Great and Clean One hitting the field, and a Zone Throat is on the way for Fear. Is he still tier 2? I assume he is. Raptors back at base, level 2. Generators again getting hit. Triple cap for red. And they're going to wipe that power completely. Look at the map right now. Apothecary back to his feet. Tactical Marine Flamer hitting gens themselves. Might try and steal this one, in fact. He's going to go and cap the VP, and the Apothecary can cap the power. Fear now backing off. Completely wiping both of these farms. And all this stuff leveling up all the while. Still has that Barb Strangler. Great Unclean One on the field now for Lux. Can this guy turn the match around? Big fat demon. Awesome melee damage. Has some nasty abilities and constantly does area of effect damage passively around him. Very, very tough, of course. Over 6,000 hit points of super heavy infantry armor. He will take a lot of damage from this Tyranid blob, though. Terminator is having to teleport out. He needs to retreat those Raveners. There we go. The Tyranid blob just standing and taking that suppression and shooting back. Here's that Zone Throat now. Artillery unit that doesn't need to set up, has a shield and grants a health regeneration synapse. All of this stuff with health regen. What is that? A rocks? It is, which has completely missed everything. I think he was just trying to stop them capping there. Raptors now jump in and decap mid. 87, 198. Riku under huge amounts of pressure. Gets a heal up on those Terminators who have not lost the model. The Ravener Alpha now has his Corrosive Devourer as well. Very, very nasty plasma weapon that can also damage vehicles with its ability. Corrosive shots, I think. Yes. There is Tome of Subjugation on the Flash Gits. Turn them against their own shooter boys, but now it went off. Foul Snare. Can he kill one of these Flash Gits? Surely, yes. Down goes one. 82, 198. Dark Flames again on that Tyranid blob, but it's not working. Should have saved his red for a nuke. Here comes the Great Unclean One. There's Cloud of Flies, but he's going to back off. Look at the damage he's taken. Huge blobs of health coming off with each volley from those Tyranids. 82, 198. Tzeentch Shrine is up. Gives you a damage reduction. Looks like it's working on the Great Unclean One. You see the blue under its feet there. Stick Bomb still on the field. Land Raid Redeemer on the way for Dark Riku. Somehow he has preserved a lot of his forces here. 82, 198. Some Tzeentch worship for the Great Unclean One. Chaos Sorcerer almost goes down. Heretics having to retreat. Sorcerer down to about 5 hit points there. Great Unclean One backing the hell off. Red team powering through now. 82, 198. Can they stop this Tyranid blob? Raptors jumping in, but instantly have to retreat, of course. There's Cloud of Flies again. No sign of his vomit, the Great Unclean One. Beamy Death Gun of the mech getting shots in. Here come the Terminators. No sign of their combi flamer. Of their heavy flamer, sorry. Land Raider Redeemer coming in now. Is this the answer? Can he get close enough for the Frag Assault? 68, 198. Apothecary taking tons of damage, gets inside the Land Raider. Looks like he is trying to get close enough for the Frag Assault. Trying to get close enough for those Flamestorm cannons to come into play as well. 61,198. East side stays blue. That was the Great Unclean One Vomit, and he just about survives with 57 hit points. You need to walk this guy back into base and worship him. Worship alone is not going to heal him fast enough. You're just going to keep him on that VP, I think. Infestation towers getting run over by the Land Raider Redeemer. 57,198. Tactical Marines capping, or at least decapping that VP, and now run away. This range blob is insane. Where's the Zoanthrope? Has he gone down? I think so. I can't see it anyway. 57,168. There's the two. There's the double for blue. Can they win this? There's the 2-1. Land Raider Redeemer is going to make it a lot more difficult for Fear to do his thing. Grand King being worshipped, very, very slowly regaining health. Up to just over 500 now. Here come those Raptors. Where's that Blast Master from Lux? No sign of it. We have Nob squad on the field for PhatE. 57,146. Red team need to come in. Here comes Fear and his Tyranids of Doom. Twinning to Salt Cannon, getting shots off the longest ranged weapon that this Land Raider has. All of this stuff can reinforce us off of it. Chaos Space Marines almost wiping there, and they do retreat just in time. There's an orbital from Dark Riku, forcing off the Tyranids, catches the Ravenna Alpha in retreat, but did not catch anything else. Well, he's kept them off the mid. Ravenna Alpha's now level 4. Is that the Weird Boy wiped there? I think it was. Stick bombs running the hell away. PhatE lost quite a bit of stuff there. Another Zoanthrope on the way for Fear. Amazingly, blue team is still in this with all their losses and all of the power harass. Look, they have no generators. How did Dark Riku get Terminators and the Land Raider Redeemer with all of that power being hit? Absolutely no idea. Nob squad chasing down Raptors. Tzeentch Shrine shooting those Doom bolts out. And here come Marco Tzeentch CSM, get their aspiring champion. But there is Frenzy from the Nob squad. Going to be able to hold up this Chaos army single-handedly while those shooters try to cap. Well, here comes the Apothecary, has other ideas. Terminators with their default Storm Bolters, which do very nice DPS. Nob squad pushing their luck now, need to run away. What's he doing, keeping these guys in this fight? There's the retreat finally. Very lucky not to lose a model. Terminators in retreat path though. Might see them force melee with their power fists. No. Scouts whacked off the face of the universe by the Tyranid blob. 57-92. Blue team still in this, unbelievably. This Land Raider Redeemer has really helped pretty much turn the corner for blue team. Terminators, still no heavy flamer. We have another scout squad on the field for Dark Riku, perhaps to support this Land Raider Redeemer with repairs when it needs to. Plasma cannon on the field. Setup team that is an artillery unit. Huge range, as you can see. 57-66, doesn't know where Fear is going to come from, so he's set up this way just in case he tries to flank. 2-1 cap. Can red team come back into this? I think they need to put some more pressure on this instead of trying to hit mid with the Land Raider Redeemer here. Looks like that is what they're going to do. Looted tank on the field now for PhatE. Orky tank that can disrupt with the big boom shot. 57-50 is very close. Great Unclean One is down. Here comes another Tzeentch Shrine. There go those Doom Bolts. Shooter boys are going to get roasted by the Marco Tzeentch CSM Raptors jumping in as well. Here come the Tyranids though. That Shooter Boy squad is wiped, not sure what he was thinking, sending them in alone. 57-30, there's the double cap. Dark Riku has tactical marines over here and they're going to cap it. It's going to be a triple and red team are going to lose this. taking shots at those Terminators. They lose a model to the zone throat. Down to 2. Here comes the Land Raider. There's the frag assault. And there's the triple cap, and blue team take it. Wow. Fear just a bit too one-dimensional at the end there with his ranged blob countered by the Land Raider Redeemer. They were just scared of it. PhatE seemed to lose a lot of units needlessly towards the end as well. I have no idea how Dark Riku got Terminators and Assault Squad fully kitted out Apothecary and Land Raider Redeemer with all of that power harass that they had. Unbelievable. Lux also had a great and clean one as well. But there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.